What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Rasto back at it again with another banger. Well, actually, nah, this ain't a banger. Actually, I need to take off this screen protector. It's too much of a glare on this. But I'm still getting that high idle in the RSX. I think I might have a vacuum leak. So the boy Hooly Tooly is going to be sliding through. We're going to be checking the RSX for that. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe like hopefully there is a vacuum leak because I'm tired of this check engine light. This thing's super fun to drive, but just that check engine light when it comes on is not it. Had some dude pull up on this like little Segway looking thing, but man, this place is hot. It's either one, freezing hot, or two, burning cold. Like, it is no in between up here. But I'm gonna go ahead, set up the canopy so we can try to find some type of leak.
Right?
No, that's not. There's like a few hoses that I want to check. This one for sure, and then this one right here. But we're gonna spray everything down, hopefully get something, because if it's not that, then I don't know what it's gonna be. And yeah, I already replaced the TPS, cleaned out the throttle body, and yeah, at this point I'm kind of running out of options.
Replace this entire hose because these holes be trifling.
So right here there was some tape. I don't know if you've seen that in the time lapse, but oh boy, had that taped right there, and it's not even all the way through all the barbs. Found something in this little hose right here. I don't know if you can see that. Looks like there's definitely a plastic piece in there. So we're gonna go ahead and try to take that out, but I'll go ahead and show y'all. The hose that we just took off is for the brake booster. It goes right there, and then it comes over to this check valve that was sitting like that. And then there's like a little plastic piece that was right before the check valve, after the brake booster. So here's what we found in the hose fitting. What that came from, I don't know. Is that the issue? Maybe. So Hulu's on the side of replacing that hosing assembly, or just that section, which I think we might go run to the store and replace that. Just make it a little bit longer so it's not right there next to that, I think, power steering connector, just to prevent like future issues. And I think even when it is turboed, we are gonna have to make these lines a little bit longer, so might as well do that now. So we're gonna go run to the store, get some hosing, fix that up, and take it for a rip. All right, found another issue. So I might be able to.
What's the use of a clamp?
So yeah, this right here looks cool, but I don't know if it's really doing too much. And that may be my issue on why the TPS isn't reading right, but I don't know. I don't think that this was my issue, so I don't know. But we're gonna go ahead, fix this up, and then move from there. So along with those things, that piece that we found lodged in the hosing, I think came off this check valve. I'm not too sure, so I have no check valve, which is cool. So I think the hose was leaking and there was no check valve for the brake booster to pull any vacuum. So it turns out that check valve, that plastic piece that we found in the hose, actually rests on top of the spring in there. Forgot to record that before we put this back together, but this check valve actually still works. So we went ahead, put that back together. Probably gonna replace this here soon, but this is working. We got all this routed, and hopefully that is good. So the other day we were looking for that vacuum leak, fix that check valve and that hose to the brake booster that was leaking. But as soon as I started the car, instant high idle. So as long as this doesn't rev out to 2K as soon as I start it, it might be good. Let's see. All right, it's idling normally. It's cold right now, so if that stays under 1500, we'll be good. If it drops down to 1000, once it heats up, that'll be perfect. I'm gonna go to the store, grab a couple things, drive it around town a little bit, and hopefully this fixed my issue. So here are where the RPM's at once it warmed up. You can see right there, it's past the cold. It's back to 1000 where it should be for idling. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go spin the block, run a couple errands, and then come back home with this looking exactly like this. At least I hope it will. I don't know, I'm not too optimistic about it, but we'll see. We'll see. So I drove the car around and it felt good. It actually feels a little bit better than it used to. I think I did have a vacuum leak for sure. Whenever I get off the gas, it kind of, you know, goes down a little bit instead of like jerking to a stop. So it was driving pretty good. Whenever I first started driving it, I did get the high idle right off the rip. I went to the store, turned it off, went in the store, whatever, was in there for like 30 minutes, went back out, and as soon as I started it up, high idle, drove it out of the parking lot, I think, and that was it. Idled back normally, drove it down the street to another store, came back home, idled fine. So the real kicker is gonna be on my way to work. So once it all gets warmed up and it gets hot, that's when it likes to, you know, mess up. So for now, if you're having an idle issue or your brakes are a little iffy, go ahead and spray some brake cleaner on everything, all the hoses and fittings. Make sure you don't have any vacuum leaks because that could be your issue. And with that being said, this video is done and I will catch y'all on the next one. Later.